And now it is time for Game Club.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, each week we play a game, the same game, and we wrap it. We go all the way through. Play
Not
the
in
entire
one
thing.
episode.
Not in one episode, no. We are on episode 10, chapter 10 of
Yes.
Plague Tale Requiem. Of course, we played Plague Tale
Innocence. Yep.
to begin with the
Yep.
last time, and now
Yep.
we're on Requiem. We were on chapter 10.
Yep.
And yeah, we just play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval
Yes.
of the game, and then we talk about it.
Yes.
And luckily, this game has chapters.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and chat about chapter 10. So, as we talked about last podcast, my game,
your
my
game
CPU cooler had
that's
died.
right. Yeah.
And so I was getting like 100, like not 100, like 10 frames a second in this open area of the map. And I had to go out and get myself a new cooler. So I went out and did that, and now everything is fine. But then I had to play the rest of the chapter.
Yeah.
And there was still like, you were talking like, oh, it's like 10 minutes. And I'm like, holy man, there's a lot longer than 10 minutes after where I was.
Well, I thought you were at like the end of the guard area.
No, I was just
you were
beginning
like at
of
the
guard
start of the guard
area.
area. Yeah.
So I had to like do all the sneaking, do all the prism lighting,
Yeah.
of the grass on fire, get
Yep.
through all that, do all the storyline, and then roll into chapter 10.
Yeah.
And chapter 10 opens up.
Yeah.
And we're back in the open flowing area of the festival.
Yeah.
And we get to go run around and do some stuff.
I didn't. I just went straight down there.
I was thinking about it because we talked about the windmills and doing the puzzle for that and getting into the other place.
Yeah.
But I was like, do I really want to do that? No, I'm just going to go all the way through
Yeah.
and go straight to the fort.
I don't know if the armor piece really does that much, but yeah.
Right, because it's a piece of gear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was running there, I saw it on my elbow, and I was like, oh, yeah, I got that piece of armor. That's right. So we have to get to the fort. No, we have to get to the tower so we can see where we're supposed to go to next. So we climb the tower, and it's like, oh, there's a fort over there. Ooh, it looks really scary. We got to go to this fort. So let's head over to the fort. And basically the whole chapter is just getting to this fort.
Yeah, and one of the main mechanics, I guess not the main mechanic, but we open up a little bit of a mechanic where you take a grappling hook and fire it into you with your
as if that crossbow could fire that giant anchor.
And so you fire it into like pieces of rope that are conveniently attached to other pieces of wood, and then you can pull shit down.
Yeah, there's two like mechanics they introduced in this chapter, so that's the first one. I had 5 crossbow bolts at this point, so I just killed everybody.
Yeah.
But
I killed those who needed.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do. If they had no helmet, they got a rock. But if they didn't have a helmet, they got an arrow. But I found out online. I don't know how I came to it, but you know how you have your little abilities you can level up.
Yeah.
So I found out how you level those up. You would never guess how you level them up, because there's 3 different abilities, right? There's like aggressive, cunning, and another one I can't remember. So you would think like aggressive, obviously, you kill somebody.
Yeah.
And you'd think like it's like evasive or something like that. You think, oh, you avoid somebody.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like, I can't remember what it would be. So it'd be like, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So the way they level up is literally they level up by how many people you kill.
Yeah.
So if you kill 2 people, the top one levels up. You kill 2 more. The middle one levels up. You kill 6. The bottom one levels up.
Huh.
So if there's 15 people in level, you kill 6. You get your maximum level from that.
Yeah.
But like, as if you would ever think that. Like,
no, that's weird.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So it's like I'm like hindering myself because I'm sneaking by people thinking that's how my sneaking goes up. But no.
It's all about killing people this episode.
So anyways, I killed all these guys in here. Unfortunately,
so these are all slavers, and we learned that there are a lot of slavers on the island, and they're trying to actually summon the boy.
Yeah.
A
trail of blood will bring the boy or something like that.
Yeah, and then they can worship him and be his servants.
Gee, it's like we're following this trail of blood. Huh,
yeah, that's weird. Following a trail of blood, going to the same place.
Unfortunately, I do not have the upgrade to allow me to recover crossbow bolts at this point. So I was out of crossbow bolts after this segment, and I really wish I had them for later in the segment, because this section leading to the keep, where you have to like fight towards the bridge and go under the bridge to go through the crack or whatever was a fucking pain in the ass for me. Just they introduced these new firebomb guys that throw firebombs at you, which is good and bad. Like if you get hit, it's bad news. But like they're so stupid. Like 5 times, Buddy killed himself.
Yeah.
He'd throw the bomb and it'd hit like a wall next to him and he'd set himself on fire. So you're an idiot, buddy. Or they throw them where I was and the guy was chasing me was right there, so he'd get burnt up.
Yeah.
But it was just annoying because I'd be fighting these armored guys with a helmet. You can't get the helmet off. So I would hit him with tar.
Yeah.
Then hit him with the dignifier. He'd be like, oh, and he just put the fire out. Be like, come on, burn him to death here. Like, fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had that problem as well with ignifier and
such
the tar.
a pain, man.
They would just stun them for microseconds.
It's just a waste.
Yeah.
In the first game, you could kill guys or get them to take their helmet off.
Yeah,
and then
so
kill them.
Those pot guys, they pause before they throw, and then you
can blow them
pot.
up. Yeah. No, that's fine, but it's all the other idiots that would just you can do nothing to them.
Yeah.
Like what a pain in the. I mean, if you have the crossbow, you could do it, but
yeah,
crossbow bolts are few and far between.
This chapter was just the right amount of gross, shocking stuff that the flavor was okay. Like, whereas when we were talking about like the second chapter where you had to like wade through all the pig blood and shit like that was just overly grotesque. Yeah. And it didn't really fit. Whereas this felt a little bit more fitting to the
like when
story.
We get to the chapel and there's all the flayed bodies and shit. You know, having the blood on the ground is like, well, it's part of the prophecy, so there was a reason. I mean, it's still gross, the guy did it, but like there was a reason why he did it.
Yeah, it makes more sense to the storyline, whereas
before it was just like, oh, you fell into the like refuse pit. It's just full of pig blood and pig bodies. It's like, that's gross. So
yeah. Every combat section in this, I just ran through.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm not killing anyone. Screw all you guys.
I mean, I did eventually, like, and that's the other thing is like, can she run? I couldn't figure it out again. I would move slightly faster than a walk, but I couldn't run really.
Yeah. I would sneak through, kill some guys, but as soon as I got fully caught, I was just out of there. Just run straight to the exit, and that's it.
So thankfully, what happened to me is like I got spotted, but I had made it far enough that I got like a checkpoint halfway through the chapter. So not the chapter, through the segment. So then when I respawned, I was like in a decent spot to continue on. And I would just, if I got spotted, I would just like walk in a circle with the fire guys throwing fire bombs at me until they would hit the guys with helmets and burn them to death. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I finally got out. But yeah, it was annoying as hell to do this fighting segment or whatever.
Yeah, the rat areas were pretty cool, but I had the problem where the rats didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Oh, like they would bite your toes?
Yeah, they would be like, I'd be fully in the light, and they'd be like, oh, no, you're dead. I'm dead. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
The only time I died to the rats was when I intentionally died because I was like, fuck, I got spotted by this guy. All right, kill me, rats. I'll respawn. But finally, I just figured out the easy route through that because that area, like the first segment you get through, you don't have to fight anybody. It's just the rats.
Yeah.
So you use the new ability you get where she can use her prism to like absorb light and
cast it around.
Why is there just like magic in the game all of a sudden? Anyways,
that's
I guess
not magic. That's physics.
Is it?
Not even close.
And then the second segment, you have to get through. Like there's guards, but you also have to like get through the rats or whatever. And I kept like trying to sneak around, and there's guards to the left, guards to the right. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So finally I had my crossbow. I had 2 bolts. There's one guy at the top of the stairs crouching down looking at something. So I just came up, shot him. The other guy downstairs heard it, came up the stairs. I shot him, and then that was it. I could get across. I didn't have to do anything else. So then I just went across, and again, I found a crossbow bolt. So the guys are chasing me, and I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll shoot him. And I would shoot him with the crossbow, and then whatever. I don't have any more bolts, so I kind of am out now. But
yeah.
But in the next segment, you know, we go into the temple, and they have the like, you know, the fresco of like the chosen child and his protector. And I guess we find out that they were torturing. They took back in the day. Maybe this is where they took the child's protector and killed her. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah,
in this
I'm pretty sure
story.
they took the child's protector back to this area and chained her up there and tortured her.
Yeah,
because she did not want to, or he, I don't know. I think it was a she.
It was
did
a
not
she.
want to give up the child.
Yeah.
To all these medical experiments and stuff that they were putting him through, the alchemical experiments.
Yeah. So then we figure this out. We go upstairs, and then this guy, what is his name? Marco? I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He
either.
like catches us and is like, "Oh, you see what I did for you? Like I killed all these people for you. Don't you like it? We can be, we can take over the world. You don't need helpers. You need servants, and we'll help you, whatever." And then we have a whole battle where we have to fight these guys off while Hugo's whining.
Sophia kills.
Yeah.
What's his face?
So they hide out, and all these guards are coming, and there's infinitely spawning crossbow bolts, which is good.
Yes.
And she's like, Hugo's like, "Let me go, I can help. And Sylvia's like, no, you gotta, and you have to kill all these guards, and he just keeps whining, "Let me go, let me do it, let me go." And I'm like, fuck, is he ever, like, what's the deal here? Is he ever gonna do anything, or what is gonna happen here? So finally I kill enough of the guys, and then Hugo's like, I'm gonna kill everybody. So he comes out and he just goes like hard with the rats and like destroys the whole area.
Yeah.
And then we can escape on a boat.
Yeah. At the beginning of this chapter, when we first meet the slavers, Hugo loses it a little bit and kills them all with rats. And this is the first time that Sophia sees this and is like, okay, that's a little bit to take in there. Let me
you should have
process this a little bit.
You should have let me know that he was a rat murdering machine.
And then when you're going through, sneaking through, and before you get to the rats, there's this little scene where Amicia walks into a room and some guard punches her out, and Sophia jumps on him and kills him, which repays her blood debt to Amicia.
Yeah, but she does it again too.
Yeah, she does it again. So at this time, because Sophia's really only with them to repay Amicia's blood debt, and she's done that, but she continues to go with them.
Yeah,
which is interesting. But in that room, there's a portcullis which has to get raised, and then Amicia and Hugo go down behind a cart full of bodies that the slavers are killing to get those bodies out of there to, keep getting the rats summoned. And this cutscene was so bad, like with there's a bunch of slaves pulling the cart, a bunch of slaves back in the cart all dead, a bunch of guards, but everyone was clipping through each other. And I was like, what the hell is happening?
There was one slave guy that was like standing next to the guard, and I was like, that's a little weird, but everything else was okay.
Yeah.
But
there was one slave pulling the cart that was in the cart. Just fully in the cart.
No, it was not that bad for me, but I'm playing on Xbox, not PC, so yeah, anyways, I was not a huge fan of this chapter. I'm not a huge fan of this game, actually. The first one was so much better than this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is also my opinion so far. This one has just so much fighting.
It kind of sucks because like after last chapter and the chapter before, it was kind of turning a corner where I was like, okay, this is more like what I'm thinking of here.
Yeah.
So this chapter kind of like, it's just, they took all the like the ability you had in the first game to like defend yourself and just removed it. Like, why can't I not? Why did all of a sudden the guards figure out like, oh, if I get hit in the head, I don't have to take my helmet off. I can just stay with the helmet on. It's just a pain in the ass.
You used to be able to get guys' helmets off with the alchemical stuff.
So this is just in the first game they designed the levels better, so you could, it still would be challenging if you got a guy to remove his helmet. Whereas this one, it's like they couldn't figure out how to do it, so they just were like, no, they just won't be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, and the whole 2 hits before you're dead thing, it makes it so you can just play fast and loose. Like you don't have to fight anyone. You can just run through everyone and be like, just go to the door where they can't get through.
Yeah.
It makes it not as frantic and makes it less challenging, I think.
Yeah,
like that.
A bunch of times where I got hit by a guard, knocked down, would walk away for like 10 seconds and get hit, knocked down again. Yeah. Get up, walk away, and it just happened like 5 times in a row.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's why they put that in, was because they had made the combat harder with all the guys with their helmets, all the guys with their shields, where you can't do anything against them. Yeah.
It's just a pain.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
So 6 more chapters, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll
I'm curious as to see like what's going to happen with the end, because the end of the first one was unreal, crazy, just absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I don't know if they're going to be able to build to that.
Yeah. Who knows?
I was hoping that this whole thing with the guy, with the main slaver guy, was going to be way better than it was. I was like, okay, we can do this. Yeah, okay, this
yeah,
is
I
gonna
figured
be
we were going to
interesting.
fight him or something, but no, we had to fight generic guards again.
Yeah, and it all led up to a really, really bad end fight for the chapter.
Lame chapter.
Yeah, very anticlimactic, I think, on this chapter.
Yeah,
but I guess we'll see in 6 more chapters to see if it's actually what happens.
Once I get the ability to recover crossbow bolts, who knows? Maybe my mind will change on it. But right now, like, it's just a pain. So, who knows?
Yeah.